Hey guys, welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations. Katie, it's just Katie and I. And
Yo.
we are going to hit our favorite case in this whole last game. And it's gonna continue into Friday for sure, but we should probably be able to finish it up on Friday. It is like the shortest case,
Mhm.
besides like the tutorial. Um, but yeah, we get some of the best characters from this though.
Yeah.
Just legit all around some of the best characters. Besides the one that exists. So for those of you in chat, you may be seeing my little bot. I'm doing a thing. Just don't worry about it. I'm running some bot tests. Don't worry about it. So yeah. And let us go. I'm always afraid to hit continue because I don't know where it's gonna take me. What about reminiscence? And look who it is.
Me.
Is Gummy. The return of Bradworth. Kay Faraday, the young lady who calls herself the second Yatagarasu. The piece of cloth that she conjured up has taken me back to many years ago. Why? I know. I'm working on it. 7 years earlier. There we go. Now we're good. Yeah, that's right. I did it. I killed the guy. But it was the great thief Yatagarasu that told me to do it. I know the true identity of the Yatagarasu, lady. The Yatagarasu is the man standing over there at the prosecutor's bench. Are you saying that I'm the Yatagarasu? Don't you dare deny it. You told me to kill him when you snuck into the embassy. Exactly what I'm saying. Mr. Rell, I think we've heard just about enough out of you. Your Honor, please listen to me. I'm telling the truth. You've got to believe me! Normally we don't voice these, but one of these characters doesn't have a lot of lines. Haji! In accordance with the defendant's accusation, a new prosecutor shall be called to replace Mr. Faraday. This court will be in recess until the new prosecutor is ready. So this was only a few months before his trial with Mia, by the way. The Terry Falls trial, which, as we know, just ended so great. People tend... people tend to... I was gonna say, people tend to forget it actually scarred the shit out of Miles. Yeah, it fucked up Diego, it fucked up... the only one it didn't fuck up was Dahlia, of course. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, it fucked up Miles, it fucked up Diego, it fucked up Mia, it fucked everybody up. So, September 10th, and I think, I'd have to look up the Terry Falls case, but I think it was the following year, but it's still like a few months away. Yeah, it was early in the next year, so... It's almost time for me to enter the courtroom. And so it is that my first assignment as a prosecutor will be as a replacement for a prosecutor who has been accused by the defendant. Oh, God. Is this who I think it is? Oh, God. Yeah, quite literally, Satan. Oh, jeez. Hang on, I'm just prepping my own butthole here. Edgeworth? Sir. Oh. Have you read over all the documents regarding this trial? Yes, sir. I've memorized everything there is to know. Very good. The paperwork for the prosecutor substitution is just about complete. Edgeworth, always bear in mind that as your mentor, I, Manfred von Karma, will accept nothing short of perfection. I understand, sir. To have the chance to stand in court at such an early stage in my career, I am honored and proud. As I have watched over your studies, I am giving you this very rare chance. Prove yourself. Crush the defendant's pathetic lies into oblivion. That's not an exaggeration, that actually hurts. Oh no, Discord. Discord, god damn it, get your tits under control. Okay, talk.
No.
Okay, there we go. Alright, Mod was saying she knows it's murder on my voice.
I know.
To do this into the microphone.
Hi, Satan.
Oh, God. Investigations 2 is gonna be me murdering my voice between the flashback with him and another character. Just in present day.
Oh, she'll be okay.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, I already did Manfred's voice for a whole ass trial. We're good. I mean, he's dead now, so.
He's not dead right now.
Well, I mean, like, in present day, he's dead, so it's good.
Yeah.
That such a legendary prosecutor is watching over and judging my performance. I have to be perfect in every way. Ah, I get to move. I forgot I get to move.
This is so good. I could drink the whole gallon.
Dude, that's how I've been feeling the past few days. I'm just like, I'm so thirsty! I've never heard of water that tastes that good. Maybe I'll give him a minute. Stop sounding like gulping. Does he plan on gulping an entire reservoir dry?
Yes, he does.
Excuse me, madam, but is something the matter? I just thought someone would have brought some hors d'oeuvres by now. But this is a courthouse. It would be quite atypical to provide hors d'oeuvres here. Are you sure? Someone poured me a fresh cup of coffee last time I was here. Oh! 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 No!
Hi, Diego.
No, I'm crying.
Don't worry, she broke. She's dead. She'll come back to life. Eventually.
No!
Okay, thank you guys for coming. This has been, this has been Danny's stream. Hope you had a good time.
What the heck does she think a courthouse is for? Oh, like I said, it's been a hot minute.
Yeah, it has been a great stream. See you Friday.
Oh, God. Aren't those great? Daddy made all of those.
Awesome. But did you get fired right after you made them?
Yeah, I did. I spent the same amount of money on this model as it cost to build the real thing. And my boss wasn't very happy with me.
Hey, Daddy, didn't you say you built a secret mechanism inside of it?
No, son, that's for the judge to summon his badgers.
His what?
Exactly. I'll tell you about it someday when you're older. A secret mechanism. Maybe he installed it as payback for getting fired. Could be trouble. Now I'm curious. Okay, so the ad just ran, and Hermod is going to pop up and, yep. Hermod! All right, I'm gonna figure out my bot later. I think he just needs a little bit of tweaking. That's all. Okay, so the bailiffs aren't gonna be much help. So let's talk to Von Fuckface here.
Today's trial should have ended in just 1 minute.
Because the defendant was picked up by the security camera, correct?
Exactly. The killer had the gall to say that he only killed because he was instructed to do so. Even more outrageous is his claim that the case prosecutor, Byrne Faraday, gave the order. Ha! Faraday is such a fool. He's been cornered by his very own prey.
Eat a dick!
Whoa. Calm down there.
No! I hate this man!
Slow your roll, Kanye.
It's not as funny as when it was used on you.
No, it's not. But damn, that was the same energy.
It really was. Sir, are you an acquaintance of Mr. Byrne Faraday?
He is a pathetic man who speaks nothing but nonsense.
Nonsense?
He once tried to explain to me a way of punishing those who cannot be brought to court.
Those who cannot be brought to court? That is nonsense, for no man is above the law.
Well, there are always a few exceptions. However, there is no reason to even deal with such individuals. A prosecutor is a guardian of the court, one with no obligation to outside matters.
Thus, there is no reason to deal with such individuals. I see.
Edgeworth, disgracing yourself as Faraday has will not be forgiven.
Have no fear. I will not let you down, sir. In place of the accused prosecutor Byrne Faraday, I'll prove the defendant's guilt.
Very good. I've secured an hour of recess for you to prepare to do just that. Show them all the power of Von Karma.
God, I hate you.
It's just gonna be you quietly muttering how much you hate him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. It is thanks to you that I have finally become a prosecutor, sir.
It's amusing that you wanted to become a defense attorney, yet became my student. It is a strange path you've traveled.
It's true that I had once wanted to become a defense attorney, but now I am honored and proud to be a prosecutor.
I see. Then as a student of mine, I suggest you remember this well. The prosecutor's badge is not to be flaunted. The dignity of a prosecutor lies in the man himself, not in the badge.
I understand. I will keep that in mind.
Besides, why put holes in your fine garments? It's simply preposterous.
Prosecutors must also take pride in their appearance. I will keep that in mind as well.
I'm constantly having to remind the others at the prosecutor's office of this. It's more fashionable to keep your prosecutor's badge in your pocket.
In other words, always treat a prosecutor's badge with care and honor. I understand, sir. Oh, yeah, well, we talked about Francisca being emotionally abused and, you know, Miles having trauma. This dude...
Hi!
Yeah.
This is the man who did it.
Yeah, he killed Miles's father for putting a blemish on his perfect 40-year record. A blemish.
Well, like at that time it was like 30-year, but yes.
Yeah, it was about 30 years. And he killed his father, then took him in, but didn't give him the last name Von Karma, kept him as Edgeworth, and then when the time came, when he saw Edgeworth is too weak, set him up for murder to get him killed, because being guilty of murder is the death sentence.
So, have you achieved a firm understanding of the case?
Yes, sir. I have memorized everything that is written down in the case files.
Well then, explain the case to me. I want to see if you really know what you're talking about.
Understood. A murder was committed on September 8th in front of the Cadopian Embassy. How do you pronounce that? Cadopian?
Yeah, Cadopian.
Yeah. In front of the Cadopian Embassy. The victim, Mr. Deadman, was a staff member at the embassy. I love how they threw their hands up and they were like, fuck it, we don't know what to call this guy, Deadman. The defendant in this case, Mr. Macrell, was held for questioning the night of the incident as he was deemed suspicious. He was quickly placed under arrest. Arrested, huh, Capcom? Under arrest for
He was quickly placed under arrested.
Under arrested, Capcom, you're killing me, dude. He was quickly placed under arrest for possession of the murder weapon, a gun. Furthermore, at the time of the murder, the great thief Yatagarasu had successfully infiltrated the Cadopian Embassy as well. At first, Rel claimed that he himself was the Yatagarasu, but that he did not kill Deadman. I wonder what he expected to gain from such a desperate lie. I also wonder why Mr. Man's parents hated him so much to name him that.
It's possible that he wants to go down while in the spotlight, even if he is found guilty. There truly is no limit to people's inanity. But I digress. Continue, Edgeworth.
Yes, sir. During the trial, the prosecution presented the security footage that captured the murder. The footage clearly showed Mr. Rel as the murderer.
The act of Mr. Rel firing the gun could clearly be seen from the visitors' gallery.
Upon seeing that, the defendant retracted his statement and admitted to the murder. I did it because I was told to, by the real Yatagarasu Burn Faraday.
That sounds about right. However, you've forgotten one thing. While this may appear to simply be the murder of a Cadopian Embassy staff member, people are actually referring to it as the second KG-8 incident.
The second KG-8 incident? I'm very sorry, sir. I fear I failed to study hard enough.
Well, even among the police, it's information that only a select few are privy to.
Could you please enlighten me, sir? Sir, what do you mean by the second KG-8 incident?
In order for me to tell you that, you must first learn about the original case.
I have to exposition in this voice? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Take a look.
I just get to sit back and relax.
I know you do.
Take a look at these documents.
This is a 3-year-old newspaper.
You have heard of the Amano Group scandal before, correct?
Yes, I have. The secretary of Ernest Amano, the Amano Group's director, was arrested under suspicion of smuggling.
Correct. CCU was an employee of the Amano Group, and the sole witness to the smuggling operation. It was she who brought the crime to light. However, Ms. Yu was silenced before she could testify in court.
Wasn't a Cadopian Embassy staff member arrested for the murder?
Yes, a Cadopian by the name of Manny Cochin was the suspect. However, due to lack of evidence, the case went unresolved.
Lack of evidence?
If only I was in charge of the case.
Yeah, you would have forged it. Happy face.
I would have done everything in my power to prove his guilt.
To make sure that all criminals are found guilty, my mentor really is dedicated.
Faraday was the prosecutor on the case then, and he was as pathetic as ever.
Mr. Faraday was in charge of the KG-8 incident as well?
That's right. And now, once again, the victim of the case you are currently assigned to was someone who was scheduled to testify against that smuggling organization. And just like...
Sorry, I just fell into it so easily. And just like last time, the victim was murdered right before he was to testify.
You're catching on. The victim was murdered just before his day in court against the smuggling organization. Events are occurring almost exactly the same way as they did in the KG-8 incident.
So that's why it is being called the second KG-8 incident.
Yes. Yet there is one difference between the two incidents.
What would that be?
The so-called noble thief that is sending everyone into an uproar. The great thief Yatagarasu.
Yatagarasu? I'd better find out more. Oh, God. Just take a drink.
I'm having a great time. I don't know about you.
I hate him from every angle. Even as a Muppet, I hate him. If it is true that the Yatagarasu showed up at the Canopian embassy, what could he or she have been after?
No doubt to steal any suspicious accounting records and release them publicly. Or more likely, to steal secrets from the Canopian embassy itself. Since the item that the Yatagarasu stole from there was sent to the police.
Yeah, friendly reminder, Muppet Von Karma is what Katie noticed, because on the DS screen, the sprites are teeny, itty-bitty tiny, when they do, like, the courtroom...
The zoom out.
Yeah, the courtroom zoom out. But on the HD sprites, Von Karma, they draw his profile in a very exaggerated manner, and since they, you know, like, spruced it up for the HD, he looks like a Muppet.
It's like a Muppet. He looks like a full-body Muppet, and I love it.
It's like Tim from Pixar tried to work for the Muppets and proposed Von Karma as a Muppet, and they were like, "Get out of here. No."
Let's not go into the Tim from Pixar lore.
That's an inside joke between Katie and I. Essentially,
No, let's just leave that a mystery.
People need to know the truth, Katie.
No, let's just leave that one a mystery.
Okay. Yeah, it's essentially an inside joke from Katie and I. Anytime you see something dark in a Pixar movie, just name the guy Tim. It's fine. What was it that the Yatagarasu sent to the police?
I don't know the details. Anything related to the Yatagarasu is getting the top secret treatment. Still, I find it very ironic. By returning the stolen item to the police, it was proof positive that the Yatagarasu had infiltrated the embassy on the same day the staff member was killed. Criminals have a way of incriminating themselves, wouldn't you say?
That would have to be the first time the Yatagarasu has left evidence behind, correct?
Yes, indeed. If you wish to learn more about the Yatagarasu, then I suggest you ask Faraday.
Mr. Faraday?
He happens to be the prosecutor in charge of the Yatagarasu case as well.
He's the prosecutor in charge of both the KG incident and the Yatagarasu case. Mr. Faraday really has a lot on his plate.
What is it, little girl?
No. You're scary, mister.
Did you need something?
I want to trade these coins with you.
A fistful of dimes, quarters, and pennies, but it looks like you've exactly $1. Is this what you want?
Thanks. That's exactly what I needed.
Will that child be here to watch the trial?
How disrespectful for a child like that to be running around inside the courthouse. Does no one have respect for this country's judicial system anymore?
The paperwork for the prosecutor's substitute is complete.
Why, do you even know how much time there is left before the trial resumes?
I'm so sorry.
I can have you mopping up this courthouse instead of protecting it in an instant.
Ugh.
It's no bother, sir. Not being completely prepared could prove to be a perfect handicap for me.
A proud one you are. You had better collect the evidence from Faraday and prepare yourself. It's time for your debut, Edgeworth.
Also, yes, Chad is right. We found the boomer.
Yeah. Okay, Boomer. Oh, God. Von Karma's gonna be our fucking co-counsel? Get out.
Just what is going on? Why isn't Faraday here yet? How is it possible that the defense is not prepared yet either?
Bailiff, where is Mr. Faraday?
I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying attention.
Aji! Oh, God, I miss you. Ah, you must be the one Mr. Von Karma recommended. Aw, look at his sprite! I hear this will be your first trial. I look forward to seeing how you perform. Oh, by the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? I could have sworn that I heard a popper going off. Come to think of it, the other day with my grandson. Sir, it looks like the trial is about to resume. However...
Yes, it will be all but impossible to prove the witness a liar without the evidence from Faraday! What is that blasted buffoon up to?
Oh, this is me. It's an emergency, sirs!
Ow!
Sorry, pal. Silence!
There shall be no yelling in this sacred hall of the law. Bailiff,
That's a man yelling at the top of his lungs. Jesus fuck.
this is just my voice. Fuck you. I'll kill your
No,
parents
thank
too.
you.
I'll kill your parents too.
I mean... Try me, bitch.
Bailiff, remove that man from this courtroom at once.
Please, wait! You have to listen to me! There's an emergency! Defendant lobby number 2, Mr. Faraday and the defendant. The two of them, they're both dead, Your Honor! What? What? Oh, I'm sad. No, hang on. Oh, it feels good on my
Danny
throat.
show today.
It is the Danny show today. For right now. Stay back. Ugh. No one's allowed on the crime scene. Period. Just who does this oddball think he is?
This has become quite the hotspot.
Isn't she Mr. Rell's defense attorney? Hey, you! Don't run into the hallway, pal! And who are you to tell me what to do? I'll never find out what's going on like this. It's time for some civil discourse. Oh, Hermod might actually be doing his job on time now. Maybe. This sofa looks like it's seen its fair share of use. And it looks like another part of the courthouse is visible from the window. Ah! My eyes have locked with my reflection's eyes in the barred window. I'm sorry. You get to see what an inner nerd Miles is, even when he's under Von Karma. As a student of Von Karma, I refuse to back down. I won. I love Bratworth so fucking much.
Nerd.
Love him. I love him. I love him. A poster of the judge. There's a slogan of some sort on it. Every strike of my gavel brings the truth closer to me and my hair farther away. Is this a promotional poster for the court or a hair growth product? Okay, Hermod actually did his job now.
Yay.
Good boy. He did it on time. A fire extinguisher. If one were to be hit in the head with this, I suppose the victim would lose a memory or two. But it's not as though I'd ever be so foolish as to be struck by one of these. Somewhere in college, Nick sneezes, and it's not allergy season.
Nope.
Okay, so Manfred at the time was 60, which 7 years, which made him... He and Gan were around the same age.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Miles was bonked over the head, but not with a fire extinguisher. That was Nick. And Nick did get amnesia.
Yeah, poor Nick.
Burn is 40. Dead Man is 53. Mackerel is 32. The Atagarasu, we don't know. We don't know who that little girl is.
But she awfully cute.
Oh my god, she's so stinking cute. Look at that face. Aji. He's timeless. He lives off the souls of the gallery. So 7 years earlier would mean K is 10. So that's a 10-year-old K, because I'm not gonna treat y'all like you're stupid. That's K. A drink vending machine. Ugh! Now is not the time to be pondering what kind of drink I want. Interesting. They're selling special court-themed food products here. Many of them seem sort of troublesome and suspicious. Objection, I suppose. Oh, Miles. Bratworth. Fine. And you are...
Who, me? Hey, pal. It's common courtesy to tell someone your name first before asking theirs.
A point taken. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a district prosecutor.
A prosecutor? I've never seen a prosecutor as young as you, pal.
I've told you my name. Now would you mind telling me yours?
Detective Dick Gumshoe. And just recently, I achieved my dream of becoming a detective. More than a dream, it's what I was born to do. Wait, maybe I should check and make sure I'm not really in some crazy dream first.
This detective is entirely too excited to be at a murder scene. So this is the time Miles first met Gummy.
Yeah.
Go, boo, boo, boo.
He's an excitable puppy.
And Gummy, now that we've met him, should be in our organizer. He's 26!
Yep.
He's a year younger than Miles is at the time. Like, Miles in present day is 26, 27.
Yeah.
7 years previous, Miles was 20 when this happened. Miles is 27. Nick and Miles are 27. 26 to 27-ish. So, yeah. This was Gumshoe at about the same age that Miles is, like, in the present day. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling me what you know about the incident?
You know that I don't have to tell you anything, right?
I know that. But it would behoove you to fill me in on what you know.
Wow, you're a proud one for such a youngster, aren't you? Well, anyway, Detective Bad is the one in charge. So you're just gonna have to ask him for all the details, okay? As for me, I was guarding the door to defendant lobby number 2.
So you were the guard detail. Did you notice anything strange while you were on duty? Well, I freaked out when I heard a gunshot, and then I kind of froze.
You're a detective and a measly gunshot scared you that much? Then again, I can hardly claim to not know what it's like to hear one of those at close range. Repressed trauma.
Then Detective Bad came running to the scene. We went into lobby number 2 together, and both men were lying there dead.
Is that everything?
Yeah, that's it. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle.
Interesting. Other than the gunshot, you didn't hear a single sound of commotion. You mentioned that you've only recently become a detective, did you not?
You got it. I'm a brand spanking new detective.
So that means you've probably never seen a real prosecutor's badge, right? If you so desired to see one, I might just be able to make your day.
You don't have to go through the trouble, pal, because the real man has a police badge. And someday, I'm gonna be an ace detective, just like Detective Bad. Did I say something wrong, pal?
Ugh, forget it, detective. Miles, but also how cute is Gummy? He wants to be just like this fucking...
grizzled man with the bullet-riddled coat.
Oh my god, Tyrell Bad is one of the best fucking characters.
Yeah.
And Investigations gave him to us. We were not worthy of Tyrell Bad, and we got him anyway. His theme music is also probably my favorite from Investigations. Sans
so good.
Sans the leitmotif of one character when it changes.
Yeah.
Of new characters, Bad's is my favorite. So let's talk to him, and I'll stick another cream saver in my mouth. There's a reason they're cream savers and not cough drops. Excuse me, but who are you? First, just listen to this shit. Like, I know Lang's theme slaps, but like, Bad's theme. Jesus Christ. Detective Tyrell Bad. Homicide. I was informed of the situation and came as quickly as possible. So how did you arrive and inspect the body before me? Faraday requested for me to testify in the trial. Plain and simple. Mr. Faraday requested that you be here. Hi, Cuzzy! I'm like dancing in place as I do this. I'm sorry. I love Bad's theme. I've already contacted HQ about the situation. I've got nothing to say to you, kid. Kid? I'm Mr. Faraday's substitute in today's trial. Therefore, I insist that you update me on the situation. I can't back down here. I have a right to know. Do I need to teach you a thing or two about how to talk to adults, kid? Is he threatening me? Is he going for his gun? It's just a mirror? How dare he trick me like that? Faraday was stabbed to death with some kind of blade. And he had a gun in his hand. The other man, Mr. Mackerel, was shot and killed. He was found holding a bloody knife in this hand. Was there anyone else who went into the defendant lobby number 2? Yeah, that big lug over there. His name's Gumshoe. Oh? He was in charge of guarding the place. He's claiming that no one else entered the room. If that's the case, then they must have killed each other, correct? Maybe. Such impudence. This guy is really testing my patience. Why was I not informed that you were going to testify in court? Homicides aren't my only gig. The Atagrasu case is also one of my assignments. So you were called upon to comment on the Atagarasu's characteristics, in order to assess if Mr. Faraday really was the Atagarasu or not. Well, well. It looks like you just might have a brain after all in that head of yours, son. Son? I'm not your son, Pops. Bye, Bad. I love him. How's my bad? Because I had to improvise.
I like him.
You like him?
I like him.
He pauses on purpose, by the way. That's not like Shatner-esque acting for me. There's a reason he pauses. Do you have a minute?
You know, I'm not really into talking to people I don't know. Especially at a time like this.
Sorry, I just saw the chat. Hamilton voice, don't call me son. Oh, shit. I love her design, by the way. This defense attorney, it's so good. Ah, I apologize for not introducing myself before bothering you. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I was to take Mr. Faraday's place in court.
Edgeworth, huh? Never heard of you. So, Faraday's substitute is a newbie, huh?
I'll have you know, madam, that I studied under Manfred von Karma. Do not take me for some naive novice.
Don't take me for some naive novice.
You're a student of Von Karma? I should have... Those clothes are a dead giveaway.
Oh my god. Your voice for her is fucking perfect.
Yay!
Stop right there. These are the garments of one who gallantly presents the facts.
And thanks for the great laugh. Try not to make me laugh so much, okay?
I wasn't trying to do anything of the sort.
Just kidding. I was just goofing around. By the way, do you know who I am? My name's Callisto Yu. And if you're telling the truth, then we were about to go head-to-head in court.
Ah, but of course. I've heard much about you, Ms. Yu.
Oh, but of course, I've heard so much about you. You're a regular Shakespeare.
Did I say something funny? Birds screaming across the apartment. I love it! I'd like you to update me on the situation.
I don't really know anything. Why don't you try and talk to those detectives over there?
If that's the case, then why are you here? What is so funny?
It's just the way you speak is so tactless. The person I was going against in court until a little while ago was just murdered. It's not like I could just go back into the courtroom pretending as though nothing happened.
Oh, that's a good point.
I apologize for asking such an insensitive question.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Miss Yu. There's someone here who wishes to see you. Who is it? A Cadopian embassy staff member by the name of Manny Cochin. What?
What's going on? Detective Bad and Miss Yu's moods just changed all of a sudden. Wait a second. Wasn't Manny Cochin...
I'll be right there.
It's nice to see you again, Miss Yu.
Why are you here? I have no desire to ever see you again.
Now. Actually, would you mind stepping outside for a brief chat?
Fine, let's go.
Bad.
Von
I guess.
Karma. It's been a long time. Hello, Cassie.
I knew you would show up. You usually do when the Yatagarasu is involved, and I see this case is no exception.
Do you know Detective Bad, sir? He's docked my salary more times than I can count. Over petty shit.
What was that?
Nothing, sir.
Fuck you, Gramps.
Yes, he's like an old bloodhound that never leaves the scene of a crime. If only he would get a promotion and move on.
It's the crime scene where a detective is the most useful and effective.
It's not like I don't know that. Moving on though, Bad, the man that I just passed by. Was he not the suspect from the KG-8 incident?
So I was right.
Just what is that man doing wandering around here? That Faraday, I can't believe he let such an easy catch get away. Imbecile. I would have proved his guilt in 3 minutes.
Von Karma. I think you've said enough for now. It's in poor taste to speak like that about the departed.
Very well. Back on topic, I'm placing Edgeworth in charge of the investigation here.
How can you place him in charge?
Baby Francie!
Let Bad say fuck.
I mean, Bad did say shit earlier, but
He did.
Baby Francie! Oh, this is my favorite outfit of hers. It's so fucking cute.
She is adorable in this.
Francisca, what are you doing here? Because remember when Miles gave... No, Francie's 13. And that's a riding crop.
Gave the 8-year-old a whip.
She is 13 with a riding crop. But still is dangerous. It's a whip. Yeah, because remember when Miles first came into Franzie's life, she was 2. So she's never known life without her brother. No, she's baby years old. Oh yeah, we're
He
talking
is baby years old.
We're talking about Kazi's, like, besides Nick, Kazi's favorite character. I'm pretty sure. Kazi, correct me if I'm wrong.
I am here on summer vacation. What else?
Franziska von Karma. So she is here on vacation from Germany. She's the daughter of Manfred von Karma and a student of his who is also junior to me.
You are the one who's a junior to me, and don't you forget it.
You're not conveniently avoiding the bar examination, are you?
If I were able to pass, then I would have absolutely no trouble at all. I will never allow myself to lose to you. Never!
Why does she always have to be this competitive?
Anyway, Papa. Are you really assigning Miles Edgeworth to cover that case?
Yes, I am. Why do you ask?
Well, you know. I'm close to becoming a prosecutor myself. And I'm 100% confident that I can do a better job than him.
That's just like Franziska. She has no problem bad-mouthing someone right in front of them. Bad. Yeah? These two will be conducting the investigation. What? You want me to let both of these kids loose on the crime scene? This is a perfect opportunity for them to work on their prosecutorial skills. A crime scene is not a place for children to be messing around in. I'm the one with the authority over this crime scene, Bad. And I will not tolerate complaining. Edgeworth, Franziska, I leave this case to the two of you. Understood, sir.
Papa.
I'll go take care of the paperwork now. Remember, I'll accept nothing but a perfect report from the both of you. Do not disappoint me. Hold up, Von Karma. I still haven't agreed to this.
Miles Edgeworth.
It's been quite some time, Franziska.
This will be the perfect chance for us to see which of us is truly worthy of the Von Karma name.
Would it kill you to at least say hello?
Hello, Bruderkin. Long time no see.
Very good. Thank you, Ziska.
It's Franziska.
There's no one here but that oafish detective. It's fine.
I am 13 years old now. I am not little Ziska anymore. I am a woman.
I did not say little Ziska.
Just because you became a prosecutor first doesn't mean you can act all proud.
Gosh, she hasn't changed a bit, ow, except for not liking the name Ziska anymore. Ow. I need to learn to stop dodging that.
Miles Edgeworth. As I was saying, we shall see which one of us is worthy of the Von Karma name.
For crying out loud, I've been reduced to a babysitter. It looks like Mr. Von Karma was successful in convincing the detective. That's just like him. He never fails. Now, I'd appreciate it if you could quickly run me through the facts, Detective Bad. You're better off checking things out on your own. Very well. Seems like getting help from Detective Bad will be a most arduous task.
I'm I'm sad. I'm sad.
Yeah.
I'm sad.
Are you though?
Yes!
Are you sad?
Yes, because of that. Is that the only real explanation? Is the only real explanation that they killed each other simultaneously?
Miles Edgeworth, you should listen to someone until they are finished talking.
What are you talking about?
I'll only say it one more time. This is a competition to see who is truly worthy of the Von Karma name.
A competition?
The person who figures out the truth first wins.
So the person who doesn't discover the truth is a dishonor to the name.
Exactly. I don't care that you became a prosecutor before me. I simply refuse to hear any more foolish things coming from your foolishly foolish mouth.
Fine, whatever makes you happy, Ziska.
Can I take that as you accept my challenge?
You can have the Von Karma name. I'm taking rights.
What?
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 Us?
What?
Us?
What?
Right?
Nothing.
That's right.
Once again, whatever makes you happy.
Ha! Well then, let's begin the investigation, shall we? I'm going to find the perfect evidence and prettily present it in the professional I am.
Competing to discover the truth behind a crime. How delightfully childish. Oh, Ziska. You kids over there. Hold it. Kid.
Serves you right, Miles. He just called you a kid.
I said kids. Kid.
How dare you call me a kid as well?
You're 13.
I am a young woman.
And I'm a grown man.
You are a kid.
I'm
You are my
20.
Odakin, therefore you are a kid.
I'm 20, Ziska.
Mein Brutakin.
Your brother I may be, but I'm still 20. To the rest of society, I'm your older brother.
9.
Yeah.
Du bist mein Brutakin.
Ugh. There's no arguing you when you get like this. It's definitely Colonel Sanders.
Yeah.
On the painting. I'll do what I please, and I won't allow you to cause a ruckus on my crime scene. Hey, big guy. You're gonna watch over these two. Yes, sir! Detective Bat, sir! Now, do what I say from now on, kids, okay?
You better not get in our way, Scruffy.
Aw, Frenzy's first Scruffy.
You'll feel the bite of my whip if you do.
Francisca...
That's what it's called in English, right?
no, Ziska, it's a riding crop.
Oh. You will feel the bite of my riding crop if you do.
There you go. You're graduating to a whip. I would assume.
Yes.
Of course you are. And by what age do you plan to have that mastered?
In the next 6 months, or less.
Oh, what?
By the time that I am a full-fledged prosecutor.
Well.
Papa said I could have it.
Of course he did. Then you prosecutor boy. Let's get your investigating started already, all right? Great. Now even that detective is treating me like a child. All right, it's time to get investigating. Get a move on, prosecutor boy. My name is Miles Edgeworth. And if you were to call me prosecutor boy one more time, it will be my duty as a prosecutor to look into your monthly salary. What? And what would you do with my salary after you saw how much it was? That's up to you now, isn't it? Really? Sounds good, pal. He's so naive. Oh, good. He learned right from the bastard. Don't let him run you over, Gumshoe. Detective Bad, may I have a word with you? What is it? It appears that both a knife and a gun were used as murder weapons. Yeah, it does. That leads us to our first question of the investigation. Where did the men acquire the weapons? The gun was inside of Faraday's bag. It was a piece of evidence that was presented in the trial earlier today. It was used to kill the Canopian embassy staff member. But I never heard anything about the knife. Mr. Rell was being held by the police. There's no way he could have brought it in. Which means it's possible that Faraday had the knife on him from the start as well. Could it have been a piece of evidence that had yet to be presented? But then, why doesn't Detective Bad know about it? Wait, what if? It's possible that Mr. Faraday brought the knife in under the guise of prosecutorial evidence. He could have then brought it out and attacked Mr. Rell with it. Huh. Maybe you've got a brain in there after all, kid. Is he going to treat me like a child forever? It looks like Mr. Faraday attacked Mr. Rell first, who then counterattacked. That's the only logical conclusion you can draw from a scene like this. Not yet. I feel like it's much too early to be drawing conclusions already. I must first find conclusive evidence, and so to ensure the honor of the Von Karma name. Whoa! What is it, Detective Gumshoe? My TV at home is so tiny compared to this one, pal. Then perhaps you should purchase a more normal-sized television like this one. Ooh, let me see here. Wow, this thing is huge! What? And way too noisy!
You are the noisy one, Scruffy.
Don't touch it. You'll get your fingerprints all over it. Didn't they teach you about crime scene contamination? But I didn't touch it. Preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of detective work. I'm trying not to let Bad slip into Diego, because that's also a danger.
Man, that line sounds familiar, by the by.
Yeah, it do.
Yeah.
It really, really do. It really, really do. Did you just swoon sigh?
No, I just sadly sighed.
Oh, it sounded like a swoon sigh, and I was like,
I mean,
I was gonna say Katie.
Both are applicable.
Yeah, I was gonna say Katie.
Both are applicable.
I know he and Gant have worked together. Hang on, let's see. How old is Bad here? Because if Damon is around Manfred's age.
No, he's in his 50s.
53. So yeah, he's about 10 years younger than Damon. Ish. Well, no. No. Hang on. Fuck. Manfred.
7 years.
Yeah. Okay, he's not that much younger than Damon, so yeah. They pretty much got into the, I would say they got into the force not too far apart from each other.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know they were coworkers and friends, but, Damon is not here, Katie.
I know.
What a fucking cameo that would have been, though.
I know, right?
Everyone would have, like, choked. Everyone would have collectively choked. Were they also roommates? Oh my god, they were roommates? No. No, they were not. If
No?
Bad was roommates with anybody, it was Burn.
Yeah. But we'll go into that.
And we'll find out
later.
We'll find out about it later.
Yeah.
The Foundation, Sounds like the rookie here needs something. Blah, 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 blah. Fuck. The Foundation,
Let Edward say fuck.
I can say fuck if I want to. I just choose not to. That's what I thought.
Meanwhile, there's Franziska in the background who's saying every possible swear in German.
Yep.
There's a lot.
The Foundation, Seems like something the rookie here needs to shore up on. The window is open, and there's a fresh, flowery scent in the air.
Ugh, the flowers in the garden down there are so gross and ghastly.
Do you think maybe you could try offering something useful for a change?
Well, at least there's no way someone escaped through this window, pal. They wouldn't wake up and smell the flowers after a fall from the 3rd floor.
Are you willfully ignoring the fact that there are also iron bars on the windows? See, I told you there were iron bars.
Yep.
Which makes things a lot more like, what the fuck, for a later entry.
Yeah.
But it's that character, so you know what? I'll take it.
I'll allow it.
Same.
Yeah, I guess there's that too. Either way, no one can get through these windows, right?
They thought of everything when they were designing this courthouse. Very nice. Everything except for elevators. Also, how many times do you think Manfred forced Miles on an elevator?
Oh my god. When didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. So
When did he let him take the stairs?
yeah, poor Miles probably had to walk up the stairs a lot.
There's some stuff in the
You
bag,
mean take
pal.
the elevator a lot?
Yeah, sorry. I suppose this was Mr. Faraday's bag. It's probably the trial evidence I was supposed to collect from him.
This is the evidence? I'd better not touch it. I'll leave prints on it.
Do you just not pay attention to anything you do? There are some plastic bags stacked up on the table. There's a tea set too, but there doesn't seem to be any sign of a disturbance.
Yeah, the table's all neat and tidy. Maybe they were super quiet in their scuffle? After all, I didn't hear anything from out in the hallway, you know?
Maybe the plastic bags scattering on the floor are throwing us off. Right, I can talk to Gummy.
Yeah, pal? I'm so excited, pal. This is my first real crime scene. Let's get investigating.
Detective Gumshoe, I thought investigations were supposed to be conducted in a calm, collected manner.
Huh. What do you know about how to run an investigation, little prosecutor boy?
I know that at the very least I have a greater grasp than you of what happened here.
Why, you don't know any more than me, pal. Look, you just stay behind me, boy, and out of the way.
Ironic coming from the guy that's been a step behind me the entire case.
This is my first time setting foot inside the courthouse. Who would have thought it'd be for my first case as a detective? But you know, I get the feeling I'll be coming here a lot more in the future. As a suspect, detective?
Of course not, pal! Anyway, this lobby's actually pretty luxurious. I mean, for a defendant's lobby, it's got a pretty big TV. Oh, and there's that tea set on the table over there. Bet you didn't know that I like to drink tea. Wow, this room is really decked out. If it means spending time in here, maybe being a suspect isn't such a bad thing after all.
I'm beginning to suspect that leaving this detective in charge of anything might be bad. But he is right. This room is rather well furnished. And somewhere in this room, the truth is slumbering. It's time to find it and give it a wake-up call. So, Detective Gumshoe.
Yeah, what is it, boy?
Ugh, of all the people to call me that, this detective is by far the least qualified. Knowing that Ren is streaming God of War on Fridays is so funny to me.
Boy.
Yeah, boy. Just between Kratos and now Gumshoe. Boy!
Boy.
I wanted to ask you about how the investigation is proceeding.
See for yourself, pal. Do I do a great detective bad or what?
Has this man not a professional bone in his body? Ugh, very well then, I will inspect the victims' bodies myself. It looks like the sofa is ready to be disposed of.
It's so soft, I can sleep for all 25 hours of the day on this thing.
Ugh. If only I could dispose of him.
Ah, I see.
Did you figure something out?
This is a competition, Miles. And as such, I appreciate if you didn't talk to me.
Oh, as you wish, Ziska.
It's Franziska.
Why are there plastic
Sure.
bags scattered all around?
Insert her stomping her foot.
Yes.
Those bags are for keeping evidence safe, pal.
I know that much, Detective.
You sure are good at this stuff, aren't you, pal?
Normally, I'd be happy when someone compliments me, but when it's this guy... Anyway, could these plastic bags be evidence of a fight between the two men? Alright, let's see. Let's try examining again. No, we should be able to get the bodies. Okay, I just had to enter it from this angle. It looks like Mr. Faraday fell on top of Mr. Rell. At first glance, it seems like they must have killed each other. However...
Using logic, the only logical conclusion is... Aha!
What was that outburst for?
My detective's instinct just hit me real hard. It was Mr. Rell that fell first, see?
You don't need a detective's instinct for that. It's common sense. But I suppose we won't know much more than that until after I examine the bodies. This reminds me of a puzzle. No, he wouldn't actually. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Nerd.
Nerdworth.
Miles, were you thinking that nerdy thing again?
What? Ziska, be quiet and think to yourself. Quietly.
No.
His hand's all black down here, see? I wonder what it could be.
If you look closely, this blotching pattern resembles an ink stain.
An ink stain?
Yes, I usually get ink on my own hand when I use my feather pen.
A feather pen? I've never seen one before.
Sure you aren't just making it up, pal?
Why are the plastic bags scattered all around?
Those bags are for keeping evidence safe, pal.
I know that much, Detective.
You sure are good at this stuff, aren't you, pal?
Oh, okay, this is already... well... Anyway, could these plastic bags be evidence of a fight between the two men? Okay, we already got that.
Looks like Mr. Rell died with the knife in his hand.
There's some blood stuck on it.
Then he must have used this as a weapon. Yep, no doubt about it.
Was Mr. Faraday carrying this on his personage? Did he bring this as a piece of evidence for the trial? Or did he bring it with a very different intention in mind? I should jot down some notes about it. Okay, let's see. That's all we can get from here. Detective Bad, do you have any thoughts on the case? Faraday and Rell. Looks like they killed each other to me. Although, there are a few things that just don't seem right. And what would they be? Why don't you try thinking on your own first before you bother me, boy?
Now I've been downgraded to just boy.
Boy.
Yeah, in which Miles is just Atreus. Is that how you say his name? Atreus? I think.
I think so, yeah.
Bad, we need to move the bodies.
Artreus, thank you.
Thank you, Ren.
We need to turn the fucking bodies over. I'm sure. Mr. Faraday, how ironic it is for him to lose his life in a courthouse.
Yeah, why did it have to be like this? I don't know what to say. I can't believe this happened while I was on watch, pal.
Rather than beating yourself up, you should spend your time continuing the investigation. Didn't you become a detective in order to solve crimes?
Yeah?
Then get back to work. Find out the cause of his murder.
All right, I'm on it, pal.
Okay, but like... turn the bodies over. I know we can.
I don't know if we can do it right now.
But like... the ink stain and the window don't lead to anything right now. I don't know about... these two do. But that's about it. There is a very tidy pile of plastic bags on the table. And yet a portion of them wound up scattered on the floor as well. It's not likely that the ones on the floor were knocked over during a struggle. In which case, might there not be another explanation as to how they got there?
Another reason?
I believe it's possible that the blood on the outside of the bag is related somehow.
Please get that blood away from me, pal.
Detective Gumshoe, whose blood is on this bag?
Hold on, let me ask the lab guy.
All right, please hurry.
Wait till you get a load of this, pal. It's Mr. Faraday's.
Oh my god, doing Manfred and then Gumshoe.
Rashed you?
Yeah, it really killed me.
Oh, and the technician said they didn't find anything else on or in the bag either.
It would appear that this bag is a very important piece of evidence.
Okay, if you say so. I leave it in your hands, pal. Yeah, we don't have anything with these, though. Let's see. I think here. That's literally everything we can do. And there's nothing we can deduce. There's nothing wrong.
Start presenting evidence?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I don't think it's... yeah.
Point a knife at him.
Yeah. Do it or I'll stab you. That knife is one of the murder weapons, right? Yes, it is the weapon that took Mr. Faraday's life. Ugh, there's blood stuck on the blade. It's still fresh. You're in the homicide division, correct? You'll be seeing a lot more blood. Even if it's not your cup of tea, you might as well get used to it. Ugh, but the sight of blood isn't something I want to get used to. Don't think of it as seeing blood, but rather as a representation of the killer. If viewed in that sense, you begin to see how the killer operates. You're right, pal. Thanks for the fresh perspective. I feel much better now. I'm glad someone does. Okay, but that got us like fucking nowhere. Okay, this is all
sassy with me.
Well, no, I'm just being sassy in general. You're good.
Fight you.
You fight me?
I fight you.
Oh my god, turn the fucking bodies over. Got Archerist again. Tyrell, please!
Did you like examine the TV and stuff?
Yeah, because it's staticky, so Gummy set it off while he was trying to watch his Hatsune Miku. I will never not be over that now that I've remembered it.
It's not 2016 yet, so he's not listening to Miku by Anamanaguchi.
No, not yet.
Right now, he's probably listening to like Puppy Pull.
Puppy Paul. When did Secret Police come out?
2011, 2012?
You could be listening to Secret Police. Right? No, it's not time for Secret Police yet.
Maybe. Maybe.
Gumshoe strikes me as the guy to love Secret Police, and when someone's like, Gumshoe, it's about a police state, he's like, yeah, pal, it's all about the justice system, and everyone's like, nobody tell him.
Nobody tell the Sweet Bean.
Nobody tell him.
Oh no, he'd be listening to it. He'd be listening to Secret Police.
Okay, so he's listening to Secret Police.
He just wanted to show everyone the MV.
A fucking great-ass song. The ink stain. But the fact that we keep getting this dialogue means there's something in here that we've missed. Did I examine the gun? Or did I completely miss that like a fucking maroon?
I think he missed it.
Like a fucking maroon.
Congratulations.
Yeah, okay, people are having trouble with chat, by the way, because I am as well. We're just continually stuck loading.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So it's definitely an error on Twitch's end.
Yeah, it's a Twitch thing.
Looks like
we apologized.
Yep. Looks like Mr. Faraday died while holding the gun in his right hand. So he shot Mr. Rell and then fell on top of him while still gripping onto the gun. I guess that does seem kind of strange, huh? I mean, why would Mr. Faraday know how to fire a gun? It's not exactly rocket science. Even I know how to pull a trigger. Ha ha ha, ow. Although I doubt I'll ever need to use one. Oh. I hope I never have to fire a gun either, pal. But it sure does look cool to hold a gun in your hands. It appears that the police's screening procedures need a thorough review. Well, they never got it because we got Meekins. Sorry, Meekins. Sorry, sweet baby boy. Meekins is like 10 years old right now or some shit like that. He's young.
Meekins? Danny.
Meekins is younger than Miles and Nick. He's 21. Oh no, Meekins is like 18.
Danny.
What?
He's not that young. He's not that much younger.
Well, yeah, he's 21 during Rise from the Ashes, I think. So and Nick's 20.
He's older than Francisca.
Is he? Well, yeah. Well,
yes.
I corrected myself saying no, he'd be about 18.
Like right now, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, he's not like 10 years old.
Meekins is forever 10 years old in our hearts. Not wrong about that one.
Him in his hamster voice.
Yes. Anyway, I should jot down some notes about the handgun in Mr. Faraday's hand. Okay, I'm just a fucking idiot. Alright, cool. It isn't an Ace Attorney game unless I'm a maroon. Mr. Rell's cause of death was from being shot, correct? That's what we think, but it's hard to tell with him lying face down. Death is bad enough, but it's truly lamentable that someone would try to hide the truth. Are you sure they were trying to hide something? I can't confirm Mr. Rell's cause of death with his body positioned like that. Detective Bad, I'd like to examine the bodies in further detail if possible.
What's this? You're not able to form a theory with them the way they are?
I believe an examination of the bodies is vital to finding the perfect evidence, don't you?
I suppose you do have a point. Well, hurry up and get on with it.
Labby.
Yes, sir. We've taken enough photos of the scene, sir.
And there you have it. Do you not approve? Of course not. What? Investigation of a crime scene is the work of a detective, so don't touch a thing. Hey, big fella. Turn over the bodies for me, will you? Okay. Please forgive me, Mr. Faraday, sir. Gumshoe, do not get emotionally involved. Remember, you're a detective. Yes, sir. Understood, sir. Who are you saying that for, Bad? Gumshoe or yourself?
Ow.
I know. And there's something in his breast pocket. It's a fountain pen. Hey, I always keep a pencil behind my ear. It's because Detective Bad is always telling me, you should always write your name on everything you own. Ow. I really hurt my throat, Jesus. Yes, somehow you do strike me as a forgetful individual. There's a knife wound in his chest here, see? I wonder if the wound matches the knife Mr. Rell is holding. Labby.
Yes, sir. Verifying now, sir.
Make it quick. From the look of things, one could deduce that the knife Mr. Rell is holding is what killed Mr. Faraday. I think we've seen this before? Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, that's the one Mr. Rell got blown away by, right? Labby, your answer.
Yes, sir. We found that the ballistics marking do match that gun.
Oh, ballistic markings are the figurative fingerprints a gun leaves on a bullet when fired. Every gun leaves its own unique ballistic markings. Therefore, by looking at the markings on a bullet, you can tell which gun it came from. Yeah, that's it. Of course, I already knew all about that, pal. Maybe you'd be better off going back to the academy. Ah! Come on, sir, cut me some slack, will you? So the bullet that was fired from this gun is what felled Mr. Rell. It looks like Mr. Faraday was stabbed with this knife that Mr. Rell is holding. Ouch! What's wrong, detective? My stomach started to hurt from just thinking about being stabbed. Just keep your mind on the case, all right? Let's check out the shot in the chest. It takes some guts to fire a gun in a courthouse. I mean, I've been a detective for a whole week and I still haven't fired a single round yet. There aren't any burn marks on his clothes, but that must mean... Wait, burn marks? A round grows very hot as it is discharged from a firearm. Therefore, burn marks are usually left when a shot is fired from point-blank range. Ergo, Mr. Rell must have been shot from at least a yard or two away. You sure do know a bunch of neat stuff for your age, pal. Apparently, this detective has as much common knowledge as our everyday marsupial. Let us now try to understand how the two men died. First, Mr. Faraday took the gun and the knife out from today's trial evidence. Then he aimed the gun at Mr. Rell and fired. However, Mr. Rell managed to grab the knife and counter Mr. Faraday while being shot. Then, the two men fell together where they stood. That is my theory in any case. What a crazy way to go. Still, something about that explanation just doesn't seem right. I believe I now have a firmer grasp on what happened here. That splotch on Mr. Faraday's hand. I wonder if it might be the ink from his fountain pen. Ooh, let's ask the lab guy.
Detective Gumshoe. I confirmed that the substance on Mr. Faraday's hand is the ink from his fountain pen.
I see. Good work. You know, I've always wanted to say that. Even if it was just one time in my life. If Mr. Faraday wrote this with his fountain pen in his left hand, I think it's fair to assume he was left-handed. It appears that Mr. Faraday's pen is very important to our case as well. Okay, if you say so, pal. I guess there's not much left to investigate, huh? They really did kill each other. No, we can't conclude that quite yet. There's still something I find very peculiar here. The theory that they simply killed one another is too simplistic in this case. In fact, there is actually a contradiction that shows that there is another possibility. No way, pal, really? I suppose I will just have to show you the conflict in this crime scene. Okay. So, if Faraday is left-handed, he's holding the gun in his right hand. Now we come face to face with the contradiction I spoke of, and it is this. Mr. Faraday used his left hand to write with his fountain pen. Ergo, he is left-handed. And yet the handgun is in his right hand. Don't you find it odd that the left-handed Mr. Faraday would hold the gun in his right hand? That, lady and gentlemen, is the great contradiction haunting this crime scene. Hey, you're right, pal. That does seem kind of strange. But how could something like that happen? The facts add up to one conclusion and one alone. Someone else put the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand after he died. Someone else? Plastic bags scattered on the floor and a gun in the wrong hand. I sense the presence of a shadowy figure behind this case. A person of vile intent who is serious about keeping the truth from us. Here's the autopsy report.
It's probable that Mr. Rell survived for a short time after he was shot. However, Mr. Faraday died instantly from his stabbing. Interesting. It looks like we now know everything we need to know about this case.
Are you sure we know everything?
Of course. The incident began with Mr. Faraday attempting to get his revenge. The prosecutor went into a rage from being accused and tried to kill the defendant. But the defendant fought back and ended up killing each other. It is very clear and simple. There is absolutely no margin of doubt.
Do you really believe that to be the truth?
Are you saying that just because I figured out the truth before you? That you don't want to believe it's true? It's all right. If you disagree with my argument, then prove me wrong. Well, if there's any contradictions to be found, that is.
Don't worry. I will. I'm the one with the badge, after all. I haven't run away to another country.
I have not run away to another country either. Simply because I live in Europe and you decided to run away here.
I chose to return to the city in which I was born to practice.
And I choose to stay in the country in which I was born.
Yes, but you could be taking the bar right now.
Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, while Mr. Rell survived for a short time.
Little Ziska not admitting that she's there to see her big brother's debut.
No, she'd never admit that.
And then she wasn't at his actual debut. She had gone back to Germany by then.
Mm-hmm.
She was off taking the bar exam.
From this, it is obvious that Mr. Faraday died after he'd shot Mr. Rell. And Mr. Rell, while on the brink of death, stole Mr. Faraday's knife and stabbed him. Those are the facts of this case.
I love that sprite so much.
No.
This one of her holding out the whip. Booja boo, baby frenzy! Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, therefore he must have attacked first. Proving that logic to be false is probably the fastest way to show her that she's wrong. In that case, I should first look for any holes in her theory. See, Bratworth is so much more enjoyable when he's with Francisca, just because it's just
It's sibling energy.
Yeah, that and you found that piece of fan art that's just them blowing raspberries at each other.
Yeah, that's literally all. That's just them.
Yep.
Just
the entire case. So cute. Do you truly believe that Mr. Faraday died instantaneously?
I have the murder report right here. Mr. Faraday died instantaneously from of shock due to being stabbed in the chest. There, you see? It's been clearly documented, clear as day.
Gah!
Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Rel before he died. Do you have any basis for that statement?
Your foolishness has no ends, does it? Now, I hate to repeat myself, however, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously. That's all the basis I need.
Alright, so if Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, then he must have attacked Mr. Rel before being stabbed.
You're finally beginning to catch on, I see.
So you believe that the dying Mr. Rel stole the knife from Mr. Faraday?
Mr. Rel became desperate as he did not want to die. Human beings can do amazing things when they are put to the test. So, the two men struggled. And in the end, Mr. Rel was able to grab the knife and stab Mr. Faraday. The messy condition of the room is testament to their struggle. Yes, my logic is perfectly sound.
Can you really say that it's perfect?
What are you insinuating?
Nothing. However, I can't let what you said slide by without further inquiry. One must be clear and precise, so if you could append that statement to your testimony.
Fine. They struggled, and Mr. Rel used his last of his strength to counterattack Mr. Faraday.
About this statement.
Mr. Rel used all of his remaining strength to take the knife and defend himself. One can easily see they had a violent struggle. Of course, it is nothing compared to what my riding crop can do.
How does one compare the damage her crop can do with the state of this room?
Furthermore, all the plastic bags on the floor in this room were scattered there due to the fight. Is there anything else that I can explain for you?
No, that will be fine. If the two men were fighting, and their struggle would have caused surely quite blah blah blah. If the two men were fighting, the struggle would have surely caused quite a bit of noise. However, Detective Gumshoe testified that he heard absolutely nothing.
You place too much faith in the detective's testimony, you know. But for the sake of argument, let's say there wasn't a fight. How, then, did Mr. Rel get his hands on the knife?
Mr. Faraday's bag was sitting right here in lobby number 2. It's not hard to imagine that perhaps Mr. Rel saw a chance and took it out at some point.
So, what you're saying is this. Mr. Rel took the chance when he saw the opportunity and took the knife from the bag. And then Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Rel after being stabbed.
Isn't there something strange in Francisca's statement just now? Oh, wait, something doesn't add up.
Oh, really?
It's simply not possible for Mr. Faraday to have shot Mr. Rel after being stabbed.
Take that!
According to the coroner's report, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, meaning that he died immediately upon being stabbed by the knife. Ergo, he could not possibly have fired the gun after that.
Oh, you got me.
But of course.
Well then, If the report is correct, then there is only one correct explanation. If we suppose that Mr. Rell attacked first, then Mr. Faraday, who died instantaneously, would have been unable to kill Mr. Rell. Therefore, Mr. Rell must have stabbed Mr. Faraday after he had been shot. Then they both died.
Just the way she said that. Then they both died.
Matter of factly.
I love
They
it.
died.
That is the only explanation that makes logical sense. Like I had said prior.
Negating your opponent's ideas in order to prove your own theory. I see you've been studying, Francisca.
I just wanted to explain it to you as simply as possible. Before you foolishly proposed a foolish theory that only a foolish fool like you could.
How naive of you to believe that only your opinions are valid. And still
That's
expect
true.
and still expect to discover the truth that the crime scene offers you. Francisca, you've still got a ways to go.
What are you talking about? Are you saying there are flaws in my logic?
Mr. Faraday died instantly. And the fact that he did is what gives rise to the contradiction in this scene. The contradiction here in this crime scene is the order the bodies fell. Let me get this straight. What you are arguing is this. Mr. Faraday took the gun from his evidence bag and shot Mr. Rell. Then, the wounded Mr. Rell found an opportunity to take the knife and strike back. Upon being stabbed, Mr. Faraday died on the spot and Mr. Rell died thereafter. If that's the case, then how do you explain this? Take a good look at the order in which their bodies are piled.
No!
Mr. Faraday's body is lying on top of Mr. Rell's. Therefore, Mr. Rell must have died before Mr. Faraday.
Impossible!
Yes, I agree that it seems strange no matter what angle you approach it from. Which means that the real mystery behind this crime scene that we must solve is, well, Francisca.
No, not so fast, Miles Edgeworth.
What now?
I simply think that you ought to think more outside the box. And that it is even clearer now that the incident started with Mr. Faraday's murderous intent.
She sure bounced back quickly. An explanation won't be enough this time. It's going to take some very decisive evidence to prove her wrong.
Time, though. This is a good point.
Yeah, we've got some more arguments after this. We have 3 more before the next part.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we will. How many parts are in this? There is. Let's see, because there's a beginning, middle, and end. It just depends on how. Okay, there's a beginning and a middle and 2 end parts. So we probably actually will finish this up on Sunday.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but oh boy, this case is so good.
Yeah.
Oh man, and it's not just for it's not just my nostalgia for Bratworth or just like, oh, baby Franzi. This is just like legitimately a really good case. So, oh, this is definitely the best case in the game, like for sure. There's a lot of emotional whams later. And also knowing Miles's background, this whole thing hurts just seeing how like Manfred he is and how highly he values Manfred's opinion. Knowing what Manfred's going to do to him and like knowing how much Manfred has
Already done, technically.
already done to him and to Francisca. Like again, he was never physically abusive, but
You don't have to be abusive.
no, he only ever talked about his granddaughter from his precious daughter, and that precious daughter was not Francisca. confirmed to have an older sister. So he never even talked about his prodigy his prodigy daughter who became a prosecutor at 13 years old.
Yep.
Never talked about her once. Also, Manfred has a bastard moment later in this case. Hurts me.
Yeah.
Hurts me very deeply when it comes to sweet Ziska.
Mm-hmm.
Little baby Viska. As if he hasn't already. Oh, he's a piece of shit. He's the biggest piece of shit in Ace Attorney, and one other character looked at him and went, bet.
Yeah.
And I play both of them. I play the 3 biggest pieces of shit in Ace Attorney. One of them is my favorite. Like, Big Bad.
Yeah. Fuck him.
Yeah, you hate him as much as I hate
Fuck him.
Manfred and the other guy. Oh, man. They're all very good villains, though.
I know when I'm angry about it.
I know. Okay, you can be angry about it. You can be angry.
I am very angry.
You angry.
I foom.
You foom.
I foom.
You
I don't
foom.
feel.
You foom.
I know what I said.
I know what I said and said what I meant.
Precisely.
I foom.
I foom.
Adorable. Oh, yeah, but thank you guys so much for watching. Let me save before I fucking forget. Okay. So, thank you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate it. As always, Katie and I really, really appreciate
Yeah.
people showing up. Quick stream announcement after I end the YouTube video. So really quickly, you guys should stick around for a sec. But for those of you on YouTube,
Thank you for coming and viewing stream.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming and seeing the stream. But as for those of you guys on YouTube, we will see you next time. This has been Danny.
And Katie.
And we will see you next time. Don't worry, Miri will be back. She will return. But till then, see you guys next time.